New member shoutout to Daniel Tolentino and creator of the story Thibault Deboom, a crazy hardworking fan manga author and artist whose previous works include Dragon Ball Super Yomoshi and Dragon Ball Wrath. I'd recommend to everyone watching this, not only to show him your support, but also be aware this story is predicated on the universe conflict saga of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So if you have not caught up, spoilers ahead. After being defeated by Gogeta, Hearts the Godslayer utters his ominous final words. The Omni King destroys universes on a whim, and he only wished to free everyone from that lack of autonomy. Complimenting, the fused warrior was dazzling and went past his limits to win the battle, which is why he adores these mortals, bidding farewell. In this world, there are a lot of sad things, a lot of injustice, but also beautiful things. Point Central, age 776, or around 2 years before the events of Battle of Gods, 4 years before Super Dragon Ball Heroes begins. Somewhere in the universes lies this lair of thieves, a hideout so secluded it evades the prying eyes of even the gods, only accessible through dimensional flaws, which are randomly hidden in each universe. However, peering into the Southern District, on the inside, it appears similar to any other city. A woman makes conversation with a bearded man nearby, asking if he's heard what's going on. Bojack and his gang have returned to Point Central, and given this is a den of thieves, the probably less than gentlemanly fellow would guess he's most likely at the arena warming up. In agreement, after so many years imprisoned, she believes his first priority will be enjoying himself with a little bit of violence, especially against the current champion, only commenting back, "Yeah, this guy." Their description of the champ leaves a bit further to be desired. The arena announcer shouting to the audience of banded aliens, some more recognizable than others. Today, they have a special fight ahead, declaring a celebration for the return of a great challenger known to have been sealed away by the four Kais, hailing from Universe 7. Amidst the introduction, Kogu has to inquire with the others where they went after that. Zinger reminding it was planet Earth. So this must mean they were somehow brought back to life. Finishing up, he presents the crowd with the one and only fearsome galactic warrior, Bojack. Though, not everyone is as excited as the announcer, the other fighter merely sneering, "Now, my turn." Tossing off his coat, he's also ushered forth with a respectful, albeit less hyped, bellowing from the official, Hearts, the rising star of Point Central. He taunts the space pirate, able to read his heart. He notices his foe has a crazy desire to let out a little steam. Raising an eyebrow at the notion Hearts can read hearts, he scoffs, "They'll see about that." Amazed by his power,
"He's super fast. He anticipates my moves so easily. Finally, you might entertain me."
"Stop!"
You are gifted, but not experienced. Galactic Buster!
Continuing his arrogance, Hearts warns the quote old man not to judge him too quickly, still having a few tricks up his sleeve. He shouts he'll show him what he can really do. All the while, the Omni King watches the battle. But what could this mean? Zenya, though clearly nervous judging by the sweat dripping down her face, has to make sarcastic jokes about how original energy cubes are. Hitting Bojack head on. Somehow the villain remains standing. Hearts is both surprised and impressed by his resilience, even admitting so aloud. Gravity burst! Commenting his heart refuses to give up. Our titular character wants to see all Bojack can do. And he may have taken a beating, but the pirates resolve to do just that. Getting serious, he smiles, now they can have some real fun. Gazing up at his foe, he was unaware the Heraclan could transform, as he is now several times the size of Hearts, not to mention the change of general appearance. And feeling his strength, he's also much more powerful than anyone he's ever faced. And since that's the case, he figures now he has nothing to lose. Quickly landing a hit, Bojack holds his face while calling this a desperate attack. But to be fair, it did manage to draw quite a bit of blood. Maintaining his sinister grin, he admits, although desperate, it definitely hurt. Rushing back towards his foe, Hearts believes there's nothing he can do, and the fight is over. Falling to his knees. He's right. The announcer calling the fight, and Bojack the winner. Interested in seeing Hearts still alive, he confesses that in itself isn't bad. Turning to fly away, he reminds there will always be someone stronger than oneself in this world. Losing consciousness on the ground, we're ushered away from the arena, back into the city. 3 days go by. At Heart's house, hooked up to several IVs, the beaten fighter leans back in his chair, still sulking how that guy really didn't take it easy. Reflecting on those words, there will always be someone stronger than oneself in this world. But not learning much from him, he just hopes that pirate dies somehow. Outside, a voice beckons if they can come in. Recognizing it, he asks what they're doing here. Entering, the person chortles if that's any way to greet her. Getting a closer look, it's a young woman, jostling it's been a long time since she's seen her little brother. Discovering her name is Spade, he again questions what she's doing here, believing she must be in debt or something. With a big smile, she assures not this time, asking what happened to him to end up in such bad shape. Pushing himself up to proper posture, he tells how he was fighting in the arena and lost against a guy from planet Hera. Catching word of this, she remembers it was someone called Mr. Jack or something. That's all people have been talking about the last few days. Being isolated to his home, it doesn't settle well with Hearts that his name and reputation have been discredited because of that old man. Getting to the other reason why she's here. She was passing by the World's End and heard someone was looking for him. Most likely something to do with the fight. And if they do go, she coyly asks if he'll pay her bar tab. His hunch coming full circle, he scoffs she shows up here after a year of no sign of life to inform him someone is looking for him, but he has to pay to find out what they want. Sighing his sister is an annoying one, but she is his sister, and he's made a lot of money in the arena, so it's whatever. After he takes a shower, they can go. Plopping down on what looks like a beanbag chair, she has all the time in the world, but glancing over at a nearby picture, it appears to be their family many years ago, immediately dropping her out of her lighthearted mood. After sudsing up, he inquires what Spade is doing in Point Central anyway, who turns out to be a mere spare parts dealer, also selling rare objects on the side, returning the question to her brother. But all Hearts does is fight in the arena. That's all he knows how to do. She feels that surely can't be easy. Every day he has to risk his life, admitting it's quite courageous. Before mentioning, he looks so much like their mother. Caught in the headlights, he's afraid to ask if she saw the picture, but it was literally on display in the middle of the room. So yeah, she saw the picture. Reminding, one day they will have to turn the page. Their parents aren't coming back, and it's only going to hurt more if they persist on clinging to the past. And their people really played with fire by creating the time machine. Quickly growing cold, Hearts growls that's no valid reason to destroy their entire planet, stating the gods think only of themselves and do not care about mortals, as he seems to imagine Geen, the god of destruction of Universe 12. It's worth noting, though it's yet to take place in this story, Universe 12 did not participate in the Tournament of Power due to having an above-average mortal level, so this also probably means Hearts is native to Universe 12 as well. Cutting him off, Spade mocks, "Oh, grr, I'll kill them someday, blah blah blah," recommending he find a way to take care of Bojack first. Caught off by this, he can only tell his big sister how rude that was. Arriving at their destination, the World's End is one of the largest bandit hangouts in the South District. Hearts reminiscing he used to come here when he was younger all the time. And well aware she doesn't have any money, he questions Spade if she knows. The drinks here are notoriously expensive, but she assures she'll only have one, not wanting to drag this out any longer than it needs to be. Entering, we yet again see a few familiar aliens, from a member of Frieza's race, to who looks like a dead ringer for Hit himself. Leering back, he doubles down she only ordered 2 pints, nothing else. Looking completely guilty, it appears she was trying to catch a buzz on Brother's tab. With a childish voice, the words "Here you are" ring through the room. looking up, the timbre of which in this kind of place confuses hearts. Leaning over a balcony, Zeno announces he's been waiting for him for 3 days now. Confirming what his ears were telling him, he's astonished to discover it was some kid who beckoned him here. His sister lets out a laugh, ready to go order. Making his way up the stairs, he wonders, what possible business could someone like him have in Point Central? Before standing in his presence, he can feel. Stopping short, Zeno extends an arm to greet him. The Omni King introduces himself by his name only, leaving out his title, declaring it's nice to meet him. Finishing his thought, he can feel nothing. He can't read the child's heart.